I'm Robert Sawyer.
And I'm Mrs. Sawyer.
And we are only black kids in the class. How you doing?
I'm good.
What's the latest in your life?
Nothing. I'm just...
No, we got these episodes out now, so I heard you in these streets now.
I wouldn't say I'm in the streets.
Your name's ringing out.
Okay.
How's it feel?
The same.
I can imagine. For me, it feels really good because I have been recording and editing and recording and editing and editing and editing. And
you've done a fantastic job.
Hey, thank you. Learning to make YouTube thumbnails, which apparently matters.
YouTube thumbnails?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed, so.
I mean, you are a producer on the show, so why would you know? And then also just sourcing a lot of the stories that we are reading. It's amazing that people turn to the internet instead of just finding a really good therapist. I think it's because therapy is too expensive. So
I think it's like, I think there's more layers to that.
Like what?
I think good therapists are hard to find. And I think it may be easier. That's what people use as their consultant.
Yeah, I think people feel good speaking to a stranger.
Yeah.
And when you're speaking to a plethora of strangers, you can get a number of opinions.
Correct.
And yeah.
Looking at it from different lenses and like maybe come from a position where you didn't think about before. But I mean, you have to be open to get all that stuff. And I think people are searching for that.
Big facts.
Yeah. And it is easier to talk to somebody or listen to advice from people that you'll never see or never see again kind of thing.
Yeah.
So why not?
In the spirit of that, we do have a listener submitted letter. So we got another one. Before we begin, I am a therapist. I am not your therapist. Nope. Everything we discuss on this show is for entertainment purposes
only.
Please seek the help of your professional if you are going through any kind of medical, legal, mental, any kind of issue. And we do send you healing energy. With that said, this week's email actually isn't that crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually kind of...
It's tame?
That's the problem with it. So in this week's segment of...
It's tamed.
Ask the Black Kids.
Okay.
My boyfriend is great, but boring.
Oh.
Dear Robert, let me start by saying that I'm incredibly lucky to have a boyfriend who is genuinely a good man. We are in our mid-30s and we've been together 2 years. He's supportive, caring, and overall wonderful. However, there's this one little thing that's been on my mind: the lack of spontaneity in our romantic gestures.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me wrong. He's attentive and considerate in many ways, but I can't help but yearn for those unexpected romantic moments that add a touch of magic to a relationship. You know, the unplanned flowers or a surprise date night that sweeps me off my feet. I don't want to sound ungrateful because, again, he's genuinely a good man. It's just that I miss those small, spontaneous gestures that were there when we started dating.
Oh, okay.
How can I communicate this without making him feel like he's falling short? Signed, don't want to be married and bored.
Aw. Well, okay, so first thing, she said that he did it before. She misses it. So that means he's capable.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, then the whole thing is just communication. And if he's really that great, that she said he's so great and so many other things, he feels like, I'm not going to say he feels like it. I'm going to say he's demonstrating that he's won the prize and she needs
What's the prize?
Her.
She is the prize.
She's the prize. So he already won it.
That's cap.
So he's like, okay, well, that's it. But she needs to remind him how he won the prize. Right?
That's cap.
What do you mean that's cap?
I hate when y'all talk about she is the prize.
What's wrong with that?
The woman is not the prize in the relationship.
I'm the prize.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to tell you right now you're not.
Oh, we're going to have problems.
I'm going to tell you right now you're not.
We're going to have problems.
I'm going to tell you right now you're
so what
not
am
the
I?
prize. What are you?
Yeah.
You're my favorite person on the universe.
So I'm the prize.
You're not the prize.
You're the prize.
Oh, we're getting closer.
No, we're the prize.
Oh.
But
see,
no.
That's the difference.
No.
That's the difference.
I don't think there's a difference because I think there's a joint and I think there's individuals. So I think it takes two individuals to make the joint. So each individual is the prize. Yes. because it takes work of each of the individuals to make the joint.
First off.
So I disagree.
First off.
Mm-mm.
First off. All right.
What?
Second.
No, I didn't hear the first. So somebody should get to the first.
Oh, you heard the first.
I didn't hear the first. Somebody should get to the first.
Second, each individual can't be the prize if there's only a prize. The relationship is the prize.
Who says there's only one prize? I don't know what kind of. I like multiple prizes.
Then you would be a prize, not the prize.
Robert, you know exactly what I mean.
I really don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. You know exactly what I mean.
My point is, as the relationship professional,
That's professional.
my point is, the union is the prize. The couple, the relationship is the prize. So if you are used to these things, it seems to me that you need to communicate. Good job. You got that one right.
You see, just because it works in therapy doesn't mean it translates into reality.
It translates into your reality.
If you go around saying I'm not the prize, we're going to have problems.
I'm telling you right now, you're not the prize.
All right. I'm going to remember that later on, that I'm not the prize.
Our relationship is the prize.
No. Listen, the relationship is the prize for both of us.
I think you're a little amped up.
I'm always
amped. If you I think if you listen to understand instead of listening to respond, you'll hear that we are saying very similar things.
Similar.
I'm not saying he should not want to do for her. He should not want to show up for her. I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm saying the reward of that isn't just her being happy. The reward of that is having a happy relationship.
You can't have a happy relationship if the individual's not happy.
But it's not his job to make her happy.
Correct.
It's not her job to make him happy.
Correct.
It is her job to make her happy, i.e. communicate her needs.
Uh-huh.
It is his job to make himself happy, i.e. communicate his needs.
Right. But
and then you need to be with someone who cares about your needs.
Agreed, because they have influence. They have influence on how you're feeling. So if you want me to be happy, influence, because I'll be like I'm the prize, but I'm not the prize. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. So you talk like you talk as though someone doesn't treat you right.
Well, I did until I realized that I'm not the prize.
Well, I follow the best marriage relationship advice I ever received from a good friend of yours, Beyonce, who said, if you keep it how it is, you never have to worry about how it used to be.
That's right. And that's me being the prize. So let's keep it how it is. How it was.
And
current and I'm the prize.
Let me just show you something. First off, you have to acknowledge your real life, that you are treated as a prize, that you are treated as the wonderful joy of my life.
Yes.
So the energy doesn't really match your reality.
That's why I'm lost. I don't know when you get into this mumble jumble of words.
These people do not know your real life.
You treat me like the prize.
These people don't know your real life. Your energy suggests that you're wanting, right?
No, I don't.
But your reality is not that.
My reality is wonderful.
As I have said many times, hey, don't get fooled by all these lights and cameras, all right?
My reality is wonderful.
Don't play around for these lights and cameras.
So don't ruin it by saying I'm not the prize.
But the reality is, if you ascribe to these old notions of happy wife, happy life, that leads to misery. Because someone's in the dark, because only one person's happiness is the centered thing.
But why can't you do both? Why can't it be happy wife, happy life, happy husband, happy couple? Why can't it be all three?
Do you hear the shit you were saying?
Yeah. Why can't it be all three?
Do you hear the shit you're saying?
I do.
Because you didn't say three things. You said two things.
No.
Listen. Hold on. We got it on tape. So stop the cap.
Rewind.
So here's what you said: happy wife. Happy life, happy husband, happy couple.
Right. It was three things. I don't know what rhymes with husband.
It's not about rhyming, fam.
Right. So happy wife, happy husband, happy couple.
Okay.
It's 3 different entities.
Or you could just have a happy spouse and a happy house. It ain't that hard. If
Okay.
I'm taking care of my needs and I'm communicating them, and you care about my needs, you care about what makes me happy. Not that you have to make me happy, but you give a damn about what makes me happy.
Correct.
And then I make sure I create the space for you. You create the space for me. You go after your things. You communicate what you need, your happiness, all that. And then I care. How could our house not function in happiness and love?
That's how it functions, but I'm still the prize. You're not understanding. All you need to say is I'm the prize.
But you sound immature.
That's not immature.
Listen, it sounds immature because you're only saying half the thing. Look how hard you've gone for, I'm the prize, I'm the prize, I'm the prize. And then look how you said one time, yeah, you're the prize too. And okay, you don't see how that kind of seems like an imbalance in a relationship?
But you didn't say you're not the prize. You said I'm not the prize.
I mean, I'm confident. I'm confident.
I'm matching energy. I'm matching your energy.
You're here. My energy's here.
I'm the prize. So just say I'm the prize. You're the prize.
How are you treated?
I've already said you're the prize.
How are you treated?
You're the prize.
You're saying it with a...
You're the prize.
You're saying it. Yeah, you're saying it with
So you're not going to say I'm the prize.
You're the love of my life.
I love all of that, but I need to be the prize.
I'm in love with you.
I need to be the prize.
I treat you amazing.
You
as
do.
reported by you.
You do.
It's not me saying I treat you amazing. That's you say it.
You treat me amazing.
And you need me to, objectify you and tell you you're a prize to be won?
I don't care about that objectification. I want to be the prize.
So just tell me objectify you and I will.
No, I want to be the prize. I just want you to tell me I'm the prize.
A prize is an object. You're a beautiful soul.
I want to be the prize.
You're a beautiful, harmonious soul with whom I want to spend all my days in this life and the next.
That is beautiful. And the prize. Not gonna give it to me?
I'll give you whatever you want.
Okay, so then say I'm the prize.
You're the reward.
Oh my goodness. Why can't I be the prize?
What's the difference between a prize and a reward?
Because I want to be the prize.
See, first off, so what you don't want to do, don't want to be married and bored, is don't listen to people like her. Okay? She's going to tell you all sorts of weird shit, and you are going to be single and lonely.
No, don't stop getting what you want. I want to be the prize.
You're the reward.
So you're not going to call me
You're the
prize.
reward. You're the award. You're the best. You're the most wonderfulest.
So you can call me an award, which is also like
you
a
said
prize.
You want to be objectified.
So why can't you just call me the prize then? Why come you want all those other things instead of just saying the prize? Exactly.
You are the rise.
I thought you had the want to make me happy.
So a word.
Well, what make me happy right now is for you to say I'm the prize.
What make me happy right now is to go on to another subject.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously I'm going to cut half of this
Because
out.
I'm not the prize.
In our first Am I the Asshole? We have some questions. We have some things going on. It's a bit of a story. So in today's first story, the title is, Am I the asshole for rolling my eyes at my boyfriend's proposal because it took 25 years of me begging?
Ah, she wasn't the prize.
She obviously is not the prize. Most likely never will be. Yesterday after dinner, my 52 female boyfriend of 30 years, 53 male, proposed to me. He just walked towards me holding a box and said to open it. It was a ring, and I had pictured this moment a million different times, but never thought I'd be so apathetic. My boyfriend then said that he was retired now and wants to kick back and enjoy life with me, and would love to do it all with me as his wife. A nice speech and all, but from the 5-year mark of our relationship onwards, I have been making clear my deep desire to marry and was consistently dismissed, given empty promises, and gaslit. We had been through the gamut with therapy, and one counselor implied that me telling him we needed to go to therapy and getting his butt on the couch still means nothing if his mind has been made up.
Facts.
I was in denial about the fact he was just giving me the false illusion of progress to stall. My boyfriend and I have 4 kids. The oldest 3 are adults, while the youngest is 15 female. was sleeping over elsewhere when all this went down. All of our kids went to private school filled with typical Southern soccer parents. I had to endure PTA moms' jabs about me not sharing a last name with my kids. Preteen years were hell because the other kids would taunt my kids by saying, your dad would rather sin and go to hell than marry your mom.
Wow.
My boyfriend's mom would tell him marriage would be selfish on my part. It's just a piece of paper. My boyfriend ended up rising up the ranks until he became an executive. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I felt like there was always a power imbalance, exasperated by the fact I could be tossed anytime. I partly did stay because I wanted my kids to have the best life and because I felt lucky and proud to be partnered with such an intelligent, successful man, but also because I loved him. These past few years, my boyfriend's career has taken a downturn. He will never be poor, but the company he was made part of took a nosedive during 2020, and he had made enemies out of associates and board members. He decided to step back from his role and take the generous severance agreed upon. Now he is living off his investments and wants to relax. I did not like how his career ended and how he treated the people and had been deciding whether I wanted to leave and find somebody else after our youngest turns 18.
Whoa.
So the proposal was a shock because I should hope that he noticed I have avoided conversations about the future as of late. He rattles on about downsizing our home, she has it in quotation marks, so we can travel and also cutting back on our other expenses. But we're not married, so it's all his money, house anyway. He did notice my eye roll and was offended. He asked, what's wrong? And I said that suddenly now that he's downsizing, I'm good enough to marry. He got mad and said that now that he's downsizing and no longer an executive, I suddenly think our relationship is disrespectful and started implying I was a gold digger.
Oh.
I was so angry, I walked out and said I might just go out looking for a respectful relationship because I don't know what respect is anymore. Am I the asshole?
No. No.
Why not?
Well, she said she was thinking about leaving him before he left the job. And she's been asking for this for how long? And the only thing that really, it seems from what she said, which is just her point of view, to have him get to the point of asking her to marry him was that he has no one else and he has nothing else with his job. So that's not, nothing really wrong with that.
So the question is she the asshole for eye rolling?
Nope.
I say yes. And I'm not saying this just to go against you.
Huh?
But I would say that she is the asshole. And here's why. She's the asshole to herself. You sound type crazy saying I've been begging for marriage for the past 30 years.
That's a little desperate. I agree with that.
You sound type crazy saying I have 4 kids with him.
Yep.
And it's been so hard because other people made fun of us.
Yep.
Over 30 years?
Yeah, that's crazy.
30 years. And when you now say things like, quote unquote, it's his money, it's his house, there was no indication that that's how he's behaved. So I'm going only off of what was in the letter. There's no indication suggesting that she was wanting for money or that he made it seem like it's all his or she had to ask permission. I can't say that wasn't there. That didn't happen in their life, but it wasn't in the letter. So, yeah, to me, she is the asshole because you can't put someone else over the reins of your future and your happiness. And you were happy to make a family with this man for the past 3 decades. And now what's the problem now? What is the actual problem?
I'm not saying she didn't do right by herself because I agree with you there. But I think the eye roll was probably the most genuine thing that she's done. She said she expressed to him that's what she wanted. She went to therapy, but she never wasn't going to leave.
What did you go to therapy for?
I don't know, to get married, I guess. There's a future. She said that she felt that he just led her on.
I'm obviously pro-marriage. I love being married, but I think this notion in people's head, I think the notion of marriage in people's head is bullshit. Because what does she want to be married? She wanted to have a union with him? 30 years and 4 kids, and you don't.
But that was never 100%, Robert. So then why?
So, okay, hold on.
Why did he now want to get married?
So then hold on. When she says that she feels like she could be tossed aside at any moment,
right?
because, you know, it's not like anyone ever tosses their husband or their wife to the side, right? That's not a thing that happens.
It is.
Once you get married, it's forever. What the fuck are we talking about?
Robert.
And no. Remember, I'm pro-marriage.
I
But what
hear
I'm
you.
saying is, you can't tell me, okay, after a decade and 2 kids, you were like, no, you stayed.
Yes.
The future that you were promised,
It's what you got.
just had.
You just got it.
You've
Right.
been with them for 30
so
years.
The question was the eye roll, because now after I've
30
accepted
years.
that you're not going to give me what I want, you then going to come bring me this little bullshit thing. I agree. Eye roll. There's nothing asshole about that.
So the whole.
What is his expectations? Jumping up for joy?
But what are
For
her-
30 years
no,
of nothing?
No. There's no indication that he was expecting her to jump for joy. But the indication is she wanted to leave, but she's never left.
Correct.
So when you say, I'm going to leave, but we have kids, you had 4 kids.
She was waiting for the baby.
Hey,
So she was
if
spared.
you don't see where there's maybe a lack of ownership on the bullshit she's
No,
created.
I agree. That's all on her. She
That
did all
is
that
on
time.
her.
But the question was, is she an asshole for rolling her eyes?
She's not an asshole for rolling her eyes. She's an asshole for not going after the life she said she wanted.
Yeah.
And saying things like, I want a respectful relationship. There's no, and again, this is all inference. There's nothing
Right.
in the letter that says the relationship was poor, that she was mistreated, that he wasn't attentive. There's nothing that says that he is. So I don't want to speak to his character in the relationship without that. But it does say something to your character if you're waiting 30 years. 30 years?
Oh. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with her decision. I don't know what it's like to be her. I don't know all the other things that go into involved with that. But I think the eye roll was fine. That's her being her. And I wish her well.
But there's some good news.
What's the good news?
Because for our first time, we have an update.
There's an update.
Oh, yes. And this thing is lengthy.
The update to this one?
Update to Am I the Asshole for rolling my eyes at my boyfriend's proposal because it took 25 years of me begging? Here's the update. At the time of my original post, my boyfriend and I had not spoken since the engagement fight. I've been with him long enough to know that when he goes and closes the bedroom door before I get in, that's a signal that I should sleep in one of the guest rooms. So I did that. See, that speaks to the character.
Yep.
I've been with him long enough to know that if he that's bullshit.
Yep.
However, this morning I broke the ice. I told him about how dismissed I felt over the years. I also said that we are both in our 50s, and these last few years have taught us that people at work who kiss the ground you walk on one day can easily turn on you the next. And true partners in life are valuable and hard to find, so I wished he'd treat me like I'm valued. Instead, he treats me like he thinks prettier, better, and just as loving is always around the corner. I apologized for the eye roll, but told him that if he wants marriage, I want a quick, committed timeline and genuine happiness from him to be marrying me. I don't need a big party. He listened to me and finally asked if this was about the money security. He told me that being an executive's girlfriend required things of me, but if I wanted to work, I could have. He said he doesn't think I'm grateful enough for the position in society I was in due to his career. But that he's not mad about the eye roll. He said he didn't succeed by being that sensitive. He went on to say I was not his prisoner, so I can leave at any time. But to remember, he won't tolerate being made my prisoner either via manipulation. He said that for what it's worth, the engagement ring is mine and I can do whatever I want with it. He will also not be accused of not providing for his daughter, so be assured he won't shirk child support. Wow. But that he felt that what I said before was emotional blackmail. So he no longer wants to go forward with marrying, but says if I'd like to travel with him, that's fine. Him traveling is non-negotiable, and so if I wanted to get a job, it would have to be a remote job. It was a sad conversation, and I spent a few hours alone after that. I felt I had nothing to lose, so I just asked him if he would support me getting an associate's, but that most associates for technical careers were in person. He then dropped the bombshell that if I wasn't traveling with him, he wasn't going to go those periods without sex. I was astounded by his callousness because he's back to take it or leave it. We fought again with me saying we're all feeling the effects of age. I've supported him through health issues, and if he thinks he can just find somebody who has that loyalty, I've shown him he's wrong. At this point, I'm looking for ways out. I can't say I haven't been tempted to say I'll travel with him and try to get a remote job, but also realize how resentful I am that he continues to need to have the power in the relationship. I don't think I'll ever know my value truly, but something's telling me there has to be better out there, at least in a partner. This is a truly sad story.
Yeah.
This is a truly sad story because what the real issue is her low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And his need to try to dominate and control. Meaning he probably has some low self-esteem and has to rise himself up by being good in a company and shitting on her.
He's an asshole.
Because from this,
he's an asshole. He's an asshole.
I already know that if he closes the door, I got to sleep in the guest room. Whoa.
What kind of nonsense
What a
is
life.
That? Oh, I feel bad. What was going on in the house with the kids? Because he's clearly, if she's talked about that from, she didn't like the way he treated the people at work. Mm-hmm. So he's a pattern here. So poor kids. Mm-hmm. He sounds like just a general all over asshole.
Yeah, and I don't think she has the support or the thing in her to be able to pull herself out of this.
And he basically said, "Okay, no, I don't care about your eye roll, whatever. I'm gonna get me somebody else."
He said that.
He clearly said that. Then.
And you know what? He will.
Yeah.
He will, and then he'll be mad that one's not like her.
Correct.
And then it's always going to be a problem.
Attorney. That's what she needs, a good attorney. She is a good attorney. That's what she needs. And I hope she's been putting something to the side.
Put a little into the baggie, a little into the purse. A little to the side. Wow. What you put to the side?
I don't have to put anything to the side.
You think I don't know about the mad money?
Oh, but see, you know about it. It's not a secret.
That's another day.
It's no secret.
That's another day.
And that's no secret.
There's always responses to these things. I just tend to not really care what they are. Sometimes people on Reddit are crazy. But this response I wanted to read.
Okay.
So here's the only response that I saved. You are the asshole to yourself. Damn, I agreed.
Oh.
You are the asshole to yourself. I'm an old 65 plus lady, and I have seen this scenario happen so many, many times, and it has never been a good thing for the woman involved. In fact, it has been an outright tragic disaster. Poverty is knocking on your door, original poster, and it wants in. You have screwed yourself over in so many ways, the biggest of which was not to work over the last 30 years. You have no investments, no Social Security units earned, no 401k retirement, and no property. You made another huge mistake by not just grabbing that ring and immediately marrying your boyfriend.
What?
No, she right. Oh, she got it. She got it. Thereby cementing your ability to share in some of his investments, Social Security, etc. I don't care how, quote, unappreciated you felt. It was a moment in time and now it's gone. A good lawyer may help depending on where you live, but is in no way guaranteed. If you had immediately married when he proposed and he lived at least 10 more years, you would have been able to get widow's benefits, but not now. Now you get nothing. Do you have any money at all? Your own bank accounts or credit of any kind? At your age, it is a cruel world without credit or money. You had better hope that one or more of your adult children will take you in, or you could quickly find yourself homeless. I'm sorry to be so brutal, but I don't think you have any clue how terrible things can get for you unless you can find a way to make an actual living. Even if you do, don't expect to ever retire. You, as many women are, will be working until you die. I'm so very sorry.
Ooh.
The OG had words.
She had a point there, but see, I guess she's not that. If she was in that position, I would just think she always had some to the side.
No, but listen to how this woman talks. I don't think I'll ever know my true value.
Yeah, she was not smart enough to do that.
It's not even, I wouldn't look at it as smart. I look at it as a level of functioning. I look at it as I can't because it's not mine because I don't deserve it. That kind of talk. Yeah. And when you get into these patterns of this self-talk and you believe, and plus when you have someone telling you, so we don't even know her childhood to even get into that. But then you have this man telling you.
He's telling her some nonsense.
Yo, you know that you got to go to your room? That's fucking crazy. Mm-mm. So, you mix in her
I think it's a bigger topic
history.
too, especially with the they talk about stay-at-home moms and I think they talk about like worth, but they
But her
really
problem is that she's not just a stay-at-home mom, it's that she's not a stay-at-home wife.
right. I think also even with the wife part, I think there needs to be some sort of I don't know. I don't know the code. I don't know how it works, but there needs to be something there in case homeboy wants to run.
It's such a complex issue because on the same hand, and I know this isn't the kind of things people want to hear, on the same hand, there is a man that is doing all he can for his family. He loves his family. He loves his children, all these things. And the second a woman just says, you know what, I'm out, she can just take half. And that's insane. It's not because he cheated. It's not because he didn't take her to the movies anymore. It's because she's a bitch.
Okay.
So in this story, he's the bitch.
Now,
So
he's
that's
an
what,
asshole.
I feel comfortable calling him a bitch.
I'm good with asshole.
He's a bitch ass.
Okay, we'll agree.
Should there be protections? Yes, there have to be protections because being a stay-at-home wife, being a stay-at-home mom is a job. Being
Yes,
a stay-at-home
it
parent
is.
is a job. You are providing a value to your family. And in the end, that there needs to be a level of compensation. And it can't just be, well, I gave you a place to stay all this time. That's not compensation.
If you don't travel with me, I'm going to go get somebody else.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the reason why I can speak like this is because I've had both sides. I've had this wife, I've had that husband, but I've also had the husband who's been
The opposite.
devastated
Yeah.
because the same way this guy is an asshole, this husband's an asshole.
The women
there
assholes
there
too.
are
Yes,
women who are
I
assholes
agree.
like this as
I
well.
agree.
So
Yeah.
I've had everyone. So it's like I see what the system does. The system does not favor men, but then it does not favor women.
That's what I was going to say.
So truly, I don't know who the fuck wins in this system because
The attorneys.
I guess so.
The attorneys.
I guess so.
The attorneys win. That's who always wins. The attorneys.
I've done the mediating thing, so I have spoken with a number of divorce lawyers, and what the message that I've received is, you think you're going to take it to a judge, and that judge is going to side with you because of that one time that you thought that she was going to do this thing and she
Nope.
didn't. The judge is going to follow the law.
Yep.
So unless you are dealing with the trash of all trash, super drug dealers, murderer, and I mean super murderer, not one, like several.
Yeah.
Unless that is who your spouse is, do not go to court.
Well,
Because what they're going to do is throw in this and then this and then.
I think that's
But
the
I
reason
want
why
the
they
part.
have mediation before court.
That's why I did the
Figure it
mediating
out.
thing.
Yeah, figure
But
it out.
having done the mediation program, I am not a mediator, but I just have to send a letter and I will be a state Florida mediator, which I will never do because I had to sit in on some and those things. Oh my goodness.
Nah.
You want to talk about war for no reason. Some people would rather implode than to compromise.
That's true.
But I don't want to get too far out. I just want you to know that you are the reward in my life.
The reward.
You are the light of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I love you. And if you need to be told that you're the prize, even though those words mean nothing to me whatsoever, and it sounds like a ridiculous trending thing to say, that I will be ridiculous and trend with you.
Mm-hmm.
You are the prize.
Oh, honey.
That bullshit. Anyway, we are so glad that you decided to just watch us talk in this very spirited conversation. Want to thank the listener that wrote in the letter. We want to send healing energy to everyone on Reddit because
Positive
these
vibes.
things are,
They need some positive vibes.
these people be going through it.
I know.
Follow us on all social media, Only Black Kids. And if you want to hear us read your question and get our advice, asktheblackkids@gmail.com. We're out.
Bye.
See y'all next time.